All right, here we go. Welcome back. We're gonna go ahead and do. We're gonna record. We got a video here. We're gonna do Microsoft Flight Simulator, as you probably knew, and we are going to take a helicopter and we're gonna do a tour of a place that's. You can see here. It's called Flight Seeing, and it says Ray's Sport and Marine Heli Tour. So in the helicopter, we're gonna take a tour. Let's take a look. See here. I'm gonna zoom in, zooming in. There we go. Let's go in a little zoom a little further here. Okay, we're gonna take a tour of this area here. You can see once it finishes loading that map, you're gonna be able to see some stuff. Okay. What we've got here is we're gonna have Ray's Sports and Marine here down here, Town Site Park, Plains Art Museum, and then downwind 45 degrees. And as you can see, it's a little bit cloudy today. Look at here, clouds. So it's gonna bring the difficulty up a little bit, but that's okay. We're departing at 2:17 p.m. We're expecting to be back by 2:42 p.m. Okay, let's see what happens here. It says Chris Myers, taking a break from his business trip, wants to soak in from above the beauties of Moorhead, Minnesota. The area is a must-see for tourists. We must showcase each landmark in its best light. It's time to snap some photos. Okay, wow, there's a lot of clouds here today. That's pretty cloudy. Okay, so those are the sites. You can see them on the. Hopefully, you can see them on the map there. Okay, let's go see what we can do here. Let's jump right into it. Let's accept the mission. Let's see how this goes. Okay. All right. That character there is supposed to be me. Okay, so that's me. And there's some info over here. The client, regional coordinator, Midwest escapes. All right, let's jump right to it. Okay, we're going to be flying this Cabri G2 helicopter. You see it right there. Let's jump in. Let's hit fly. Okay, let's turn up our volume a little bit. It's going to be great. Hold on to your toupee. Okay. First things first. What they want us to do is they want us to show that we know what we're doing. So essentially, you would wow, there's a lot of cloud cover. I don't think I've flown it with that much cloud cover before, so this should be interesting. I'm gonna go over here. They want us to remove this pidot cover, is what they call it. Okay, and then they want us to remove that guy. Okay. Now, you can go around the helicopter and check out all the stuff. You can open this guy, it shows the engine and all that fun stuff. Some pretty good detail there. And you can check the oil here. Okay. We're going to skip all that. We're going to just jump right in this thing. Okay. Let's get in there. See how it goes. Jump in there. All right. Now, you can see in the top right, well, you can't actually see it, but it's up here. Let me see if I can adjust that a little bit here, buddy. We're going to bring that guy down. We're going to bring him down right about there. Okay. So, now, hopefully you can see it. In the top right, it gives us some things that they want us to do. So I'm going to request here boarding.
Everything's fine while you're on the way. You can initiate boarding.
Okay. Oh, cool. Got a classic Corvette there, this guy. All right. Let's see what happens. It's a pretty small quarters in that helicopter, if you ask me. If that were me, that'd be a little bit of a tight fit, as they say. But thank goodness it's not me. I don't think I would do well in a helicopter. I don't know. I'm going to stick with these pretend ones. Okay. All right. Let's see what happens here. Now, we can go through the whole like the total simulator where you have to literally go down a checklist and check all your switches and make sure that they're all done correctly and all this. Or you can just, for us, what we're going to do today, we're gonna go ahead and complete that. So we're gonna say, yep. We're gonna just assume that's all been done. Okay.
So, Captain, time to tour all the best spots, don't you think?
Yep, I do think that.
Your guest on board today is Chris. I'm sure you'll have a great time with him. He's super nice and curious to know more about our aviation world.
Okay.
Seatbelt fastened?
Yep.
Then you're all set.
Seatbelts are fastened.
Captain, make this moment one to remember.
Okay. Okay, let's do that. All right, you can see in the top right, it says announce taxi via radio. We're going to do that. There it is.
Mike November 7-7 traffic.
Okay.
November 70522 is taxiing to runway 18. Mike November 7-7.
Okay. Looks good. It says stop at hold short. Okay, which
I'm
is...
Chris. How are you? I've never flown before, so I'm kind of stepping out of my comfort zone.
Okay, sure enough. Let's get the show on the road. Okay. Now, down here, I've got some controls. I'm going to go ahead and bring up, you see power on the bottom left there? It's right next to the airspeed. I'm going to go ahead and give us more power. We're going to lift her off the ground there. We're going to go forward a little bit. Okay. A little bit more. Let's see how this goes now. A lot of dust stirred up from the old the engine here. Okay, I'm gonna go in here. Okay, let's go ahead. We did that.
Mike November 7-7 traffic.
Yeah.
November 70522. Taking off runway 18. Departing straight out. Mike November 7-7.
Okay. Departing runway 18.
I thought I would be more scared, but so far I'm okay.
You know what, Chris? He's our passenger. I almost feel like I should tell him. I'm like, it's probably appropriate that you're scared. Okay, be afraid. Be very, very afraid. All right. So I don't know if you can see in the upper left. It says, you see that 003, and there's a compass. Okay. We're gonna go ahead down this way. And you see in the middle of my screen, it shows a little symbol, like it looks like a U-turn. That's because, as you heard the intercom get person, take off on runway 18. Okay, so that means essentially it's the runway that's facing 180 degrees on the compass. Okay, so in other words, this.
I'm a bit anxious, but there's no backing out now.
Right?
So far, so good.
No backing out, Chris. This is essentially, we're going 3-6. We're going north on this, but they want us to go down here and then turn around. So that's kind of part of the whole, kind of the rules of the airways when you're flying. The air control, like in real life, they want to have some sort of control over where people are at, where all the vehicles are at. And so on this one, same deal. They're trying to simulate what it's really like. Okay. Now we're going to slow down. Okay. Make a U-turn. Yep, you see that over there on the... Oh, give her a little bit of gas there. Give her a little gas. She's a little touchy. Now we're going to rotate. Rotate. Okay. Now, it says go ahead and take off. You see climb to 1,200 feet. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's give her a go. Look at there, Ray's Sport Marine. I bet it's a pretty cool place to work at Ray's Sports Marine. I bet it's really cool there. All right, let's give her a little more power on the bottom row there, towards the left corner. You see my power is at 80, 79, 80. Okay, so I'm giving her more power. We want to get up to 1,200 feet. Wow, it's a thick cloud cover up straight ahead. They want us to essentially, this is part of that. Yeah. We made it to 1,200 feet. You're close enough. Let's just keep her going. They want us to the video game side of it. They want us to fly through those springs or those squares. Okay, there we go. Going like this. All right. Just turn her a little bit. Now, see how I'm rotating like that? Whoa, 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 whoa. You want to go? She's touching. She's touching. That's Steve's grandma. All right, here we go. Come on. Let's give her a little go. All right.
You're so smooth on the radio, Captain.
Yeah.
Makes it look easy.
Yep.
I'd have a hard time flying the aircraft and talking with the ground at the same time. That's for sure.
Yeah, me too, Chris. Me too. Let me tell you something, Chris. This is taking all I have just to keep us in the air. I hope all of your affairs are in order. Let me just put it that way, Chris. Okay, we're cruising. We're cruising. I'm gonna just go ahead and switch my grip on that guy. Okay, here we go. All right, she's pretty touchy, like Steve's grandma. All right, here we go. Give her a little more gas. I like that it's pointing out where Ray's Sports Marine is at.
It's like we don't have any sense of scale from up here.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, Chris. I hear you loud and clear there, bud. Okay, come on, keep her going. You can see our, I don't know, if you look in the bottom left, it says our airspeed. See that down there? So it's basically that's essentially how fast you're moving as if you were on the ground. So we're going 82 knots, so pretty close to miles per hour. I'm not sure what the conversion rate is, but if you want to look that up and put it in the comments, please do. Please do. Now, as we cruise here, anybody who's ever been in this area, you can see on the bottom, we're kind of coming up on the right.
I've always wanted to fly over the Ray Sport Marine.
Yeah.
Now I can check it off the list.
Yeah, me too. Me too. You can see the big structure on the right there. Okay. That is a big facility that I think it's Anheuser-Busch uses. Okay, here we go. We're cruising now. Wow, we're going 100 miles an hour. Okay, wow, we're cruising. All right, here we go. Here we go. There's the big Anheuser-Busch facility. Okay, and then we're going to use our pedals on the. Usually they're on the floor.
That was a weird jolt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they say when you kind of have the wind. I'm going to say the wind. I'm going to say we're a little shaky here, right? I'm going to blame that on the wind. Okay, here we go. There's some buildings down below. What we're doing here. Now the music comes in. So what we're doing here is essentially we are flying around Ray's Sport Marine down there on the ground. Okay. Alrighty, here we go. And right in front of us, down below us, that's Ridgewood Park. Right there in front of us, right down below us, right there. Okay, here we go. And you can see that's Ridgewood Park there, right down next to us. Oh, there's our passenger. All right, let's go ahead and.
Are you ready for ride?
Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to take one more look down at Ridgewood Park there. It's a beautiful park right here. Beautiful.
Pretty bumpy.
Okay, he's talking about it's bumpy. Yeah, all right, I get it. And then there's what the locals call Old 72 there, or Old 52, I should say. Well, I got to spin her around here. I'm getting a little bit out of whack. Let's turn her around, shall we? All right. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right. There we go. Now they want us to go to Townsite Park, okay? You can see that on the screen. And then, so Ray Sports Marine would be
the world would be spinning.
right in front of us, down below us. Is essentially what that's supposed to be. Okay? Right there. Right in front of us. All right. Um, let's go ahead and let's hit some higher elevation. You can see that our target goals here we have to go through are up a higher than us. Our altitude's on the bottom right, by the way. We're almost up to 1,800 feet. There's the big fuel tanks there down below us on the right. Okay. If you've ever been in this beautiful town, you might recognize those. Okay. And then we're cruising along. Oh, there's Minnesota State University Moorhead down there to the below us to the right. Okay. And there's a round building there.
Wow. Townside Park, here you are finally.
Yep. That round building down below us, right there in front of us, just to the right, that's the beer can. And we're at Minnesota State University Moorhead. Beautiful campus. Just beautiful. All right, we want to set the altitude to 1,400 feet. Okay, we're going to come down, cruising down. Now our speed's going to go up because it's almost, imagine it's like we're on a roller coaster. And now I'm going to use my pedals, okay, and then you can return it. There we go. Now they want us to slow down a little bit. See on the top right, it says stay below 70 knots. Okay, so I'm going to try. Now, there we go. And straight ahead of us is the mighty it's the Red River of the North there. You see it? The mighty Red River. There's some bridges going over it there. The locals think highly of that river. It's a beaut. It's a beaut. Okay, there we go. See, and now we're cruising right along, and they did start the music there. That's kind of what they do when you are essentially
Every detail is loud and clear from up here.
Yes, it is, Chris. That's what they play when you're kind of circling like the location that you're supposed to be touring. They play that music. It's beautiful music. But you can see that the Anheuser-Busch facility way over there, far away on the right. Okay, see that? Give you a little point of reference. Now we're gonna just keep cruising here. Okay. All right, and boy, I think Chris is having the time of his life. Now it's just fly to Plains Art Museum. Now, if you've ever been in this part of town here, you might know of that facility. And straight ahead, off in the distance there, that, my friend, is the beautiful downtown Fargo. Right over there, all those structures, all the buildings. That's what they call downtown Fargo. All right, let's go ahead and let's head that direction. Okay, it says fly to Plains Art Museum. Let's see if we can't find that guy. It says it's 1.2 nautical miles. It's right on our screen there. Okay, let's take her up a bit. We're at about 1,800 feet of altitude. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Sunsets and sunrises must be amazing, Captain.
Yes, they are, Chris. They are. We're right over Townsite Park. If you can see that on the map, the compass in the top left. We're coming up on Plains Art Museum. And actually, that purple line on that compass in the upper left, that shows us our whole route, okay? Got ourselves a beautiful, beautiful winter day here in the Red River Valley, okay? Just a beaut. Oh, look at there. Okay. So now, set our altitude to 1,400. And it says, come on down. All right, we're going to cruise on down here. Oh, that's the Radisson there. See that big building right below us there? It's a big
I don't like the rocking and roll.
Well, Chris, neither do I. Okay, I don't like the rocking so much either, unless it's rock and roll. Doesn't count me in. But yeah, Chris, there's a lot of wind. We're gonna blame this on the wind, okay, not the pilot. Okay, let's just make a mental note of that. We're cruising around. Let's go ahead and make our way. And the fact that Chris is, you know what, Chris, you're doing pretty good. You're doing pretty good. I mean, you would be justified if you were terrified. Okay? You'd be within your rights, as they say, to be absolutely terrified. But you're not screaming your head off, and you seem very calm. So I'm gonna commend you for that. All right. Okay, here we go. There's some more buildings.
Or something.
Yep. There we go. There's that bigger building right down below us. There is one of the big banks there. Oh, and it says contact the. You see that in the upper right? It wants me to radio in. There we go. And you know what? I think there's a certain building downtown here. I'm kind of looking for. Where would it be? Where would she be here? Oh, right down below us. Do you see that down there? Kind of a bigger building right in front
The
of us.
aircraft shakes too much.
Yeah, I think that's a building that some of you watching the video might know. Okay. Whoop, whoop, whoop. The wind kicking up here. Jeepers. There's straight ahead of us. There's the federal courthouse down over on a little bit to the right in front of us. Yeah, the good landmark is the Radisson Hotel. You see that one up there? That's quite the facility they've got. And so you can make it.
Feeling better now. I'm almost enjoying the ride.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice, Chris. That's really nice. I'm glad you're almost enjoying it. I'm going to go ahead and radio into the tower. All right, let's go ahead and head back. I'm going to give her some power. Okay.
Mike November 77 traffic. November 70522. 5 miles southwest. 1500 inbound to land. Runway 18. Mike November 77.
Okay. Roger that, good buddy. That's a big 10-4, actually. All right, let's go ahead and let's get her moving here. It says fly to pattern entry. All right. Now, here we go. There we go. Yes, let's even her out. Even her out. I think on one of my next videos, I'm going to try to hook up.
Everyone's going to be so jealous when I tell them about this flight.
Yeah, they are. I think on my next, there's the Mighty Red down below us there. The Mighty Red. I know a lot of you were wondering if I was going to bring that up again, and now the wondering is over because I just did it. I forgot what I was going to say, but oh yeah, I think on my next one I might try to hook up another camera, and then shine that down on the controls. But I don't know. I just don't know how interesting it'll be. Some of you might be wondering, how is he doing this? How, you say to yourself, maybe your friends, you say, how in the world is he doing that? Well, it's not easy. Let me tell you that much.
Your office view is pretty epic, Captain. I'm out of my comfort zone, but I'm enjoying it too.
Yeah, me too, Chris. Me too. All right, here we go. Downwind, 45-degree entry. Got her. That's about 1.25 nautical miles. Straight ahead. Here we go. Boy, this has been nice. You know what? I hope Chris really enjoyed himself. Because the tour of Ray Sports Marine, the museum, downtown Fargo. I mean, this is some beautiful stuff here. Okay. We're cruising straight ahead. Cruising straight ahead. Oh, there is some wind. I'm going to say that. There's some wind. Oh, okay. All right, let's bring her down. Oh, okay. Oh, boy. Yeah. And you know what? Some of you might know this area by chance. It is typically very windy. I've heard. This is what I've heard. And that's definitely proving true right now. I'm seeing the wind really kicking up. Okay. Okay, hold on here. Chris, settle down. Now, I'm going to give you a little extra info. You see in our compass in the top left? All right, you see that? I'm going to call it a purple line, like pink or purple. That's really showing the path. That's like the flight plan, they call it. And that's part of the simulation kind of stuff where they're like, hey, they try to introduce things that are realistic and stuff. And so this is what it would be like if you were really flying it. Is basically it. This is the flight path essentially, and so I'm going to try to. They want you going in this path, turn. Okay. And now, okay, we're on the. Oh boy. I'm gonna bring the power down. It looks like we're coming in a little too high. All right. And this airport, you might be wondering, this would essentially be. Oh, I gotta call into the tower. Come on, go ahead and use the radio there, bud. Yep, got her.
Mike November 77 traffic.
Yep.
November 70522 is on final.
Yep.
Runway 18 to land. Mike November 77.
Yep, you got her. On 18, okay, so it should mean you're coming in, you should be bearing 180, and you can see in the top there, we're at 190, so we're essentially pretty darn close. And now we got to slow her down. Our speed in the lower left is just 30, in the 30s. We're going to slow her down and give her some gas. We don't crash down. The facility is straight ahead. And so what this would essentially be is kind of a rural airport where, let's just say, airplanes, a little bit too high, by the way. Airplanes coming in like that work that spray the fields and stuff like that. This is where they would be coming in. It's not like an internet. Obviously, it's not international. Okay. Let's see here now. I don't know if they're going to agree that I came in on the flight plan on that last part because it was a little high. My goal is to not run into that fuel truck. That's one of my goals. Okay. All right. Now is it's a little bit tricky. Ooh, they gave us credit. Now, see this rotating here? This is what you do with the pedals in a helicopter. This, like that. Those are the pedals. Okay. Now they want us to go to that hold short. Okay. That's something that they also do in real life, of course. So that's the simulator part. And now we're a little too high. And what they wanted to do there in helicopters and airplanes is that's kind of hold short. Is like, hey, go there, and then they'll give you like, hey, okay, now that you're in hold short, you can continue to your parking spot. That's basically what it is. So hold short is like your stopping point. You can see the whole airport on the upper left there in the map. Okay, we don't want to slam down too hard. Okay, coming in. This is better than a lot of times I'm a little more spastic on this. Okay, come on. There we go. Now, done this, made it this far. He says he wants me to call in. You see that? Announced to taxi to parking via radio. Come on. Pick up the radio there, bud.
Back to reality, folks.
Yep.
Hey, did you enjoy Chris?
Yep.
Mike
Ready
November
to book another
77
one?
traffic. November 70522 is taxiing to parking. Mike November 77.
Sign me up.
Oh, Chris says he said sign him up. Okay. I'm going to use the pedals on the floor. They control that axis. Now, if that person is very courageous to be standing there. If they only knew that their life is in danger right now. All right, let's go ahead and bring her in. Come on, we're good. Come this far. Let's not crash now. I'm gonna bring down the power. Whoop, whoop, ever so gentle. Ever so gentle. Come on now. Oh, the winds are blowing. All right, come on. Okay, easy does it. Get in there. Stop at the parking stand. Okay. Oh boy, there's some dust blowing. All right, let's bring her down. Okay, here we go. And a little bit more right there. We're basically in there.
I can see why the client is happy. You offered him a fantastic session. Definitely something to repeat.
You betcha, Marlene. There we go. Woo! Holy buckets. What's it say? Shut her down. Control Shift E. Control Shift E. There you go. Okay. Now there again, you can go through. Like at some point, if you wanna, the difficulty gets higher. You can go through and do all the steps, like doing all the actual buttons and doing all there's like big procedures and stuff. But at this point, they just let you kind of cut some corners, just to make it a little easier as you're learning. And so the blade's still going. You can see it says Control Slash. Let's put the. There we go. Apparently, there's something on helicopters where you can hit the switch. It's probably one of the switches down in this console where it'll it tries to slow the blade down quicker. That guy standing there with his arms in the air, once again, very courageous. All right, got it. End of flight. Made it. Let's see if I can repair my reputation a little bit. My reputation as a pilot, helicopter guy, it took some hits here recently. How did they rate me? Okay, I'm at a C, but then they add in some bonus points. What's that? Oh yeah, baby, look at that. You seeing that? I got an A. 71,190. According to Chris, sightseeing quality was 62%. Flight smoothest 79%. Everything went perfectly during this flight. Let's just think about that. Let's just take a close look at that. Everything went perfectly during this flight. That was beautiful. Okay, we did her. And man, seeing Ray Sports Marine and the museum, downtown Fargo, that park, honestly, breathtaking. I'm sure you would agree. But that was probably, we're going to go ahead and call that breathtaking. And here's the final stuff, right? This is the business person, Tony. He arranged the flight. As you can see here, he charged the client 18 grand, 18,270. He probably had some other costs he had to pay for, but then, or that was what the full thing was. Then that dude took 17,470. So they charged the customer 18,270. That guy took 17,470 for crying out Friday. Left me with 1,400 bucks. All right, beggars can't be choosers. Go with that. And my reputation, oh boy, just about up to B. All right, that's all I got here for today. Am I going to level up? Yep, I sure am. Level 18. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that. Like and subscribe. And let me know what other kind of flights you want me to take. Airplanes, there's all sorts. There's more to come. There's lots of airplanes, helicopters. The sky's the limit. You just let me know, okay? This has been fun. And until next time, over and out. Peace and love.